Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, Trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And Anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of power manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada,
the science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita decoded. Now let's listen to Bhagavan Satsang.
With these great thoughts, after these slokas, we will enter into a meditation. At least let us pray to the Parabrahma Krishna to give us a glimpse what he gave it to Arjuna. Arjuna has no qualification. Whatever qualification necessary for experience, nothing. Arjuna has got nothing. When he can give it to Arjuna, why not to us? Why not to us? And surely we will enter into the meditation and hope to have at least a glimpse of what Arjuna had. The qualification, first, is it possible? The possibility. We understood it is possible. Next, the qualification. We understood by being here we are qualified, over. Somebody goes to Ramana Maharshi and asks, Bhagavan, what is the qualification for enlightenment? He says, are you alive? He said, yes, I am. That is the qualification. Enough, you can become enlightened. Nothing else is necessary. You exist, your existence is enough. That is enough qualification for your enlightenment. Be very clear about that. For other things, you need qualification. For the cosmic experience, nothing else needs to be done. And at the most, if you put something as qualification, the openness. And unless you have it, you will not come every day here. If you are coming every day and listening, please be very clear, whether you believe it or not, already you have openness. Because you can't believe you are growing, you struggle with yourself. Please be very clear, one more thing. I want you to understand one more thing. The moment you believe you have the qualification, you will start transforming yourself. So you never believe that. You never allow that belief that you have qualification to enter into your being. You always skip one step. No. This has to be corrected, only then I am qualified. This has to be corrected, only then I am qualified. Now I tell you, drop everything. You are qualified. By you very being here. By your very presence, you are qualified. Next thing, what happens when you experience? The third question. Here starts Arjuna, the Krishna's words. Nadumam chakyase drashtum anenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashya me yogamaishwaram. Arjuna, you cannot see me just with these ordinary eyes. You need divine eye, third eye, Divya Chakshu, to see my cosmic form. I am giving you the divine Chakshu, the divine eye. Let you see my cosmic form. What is this divine Chakshu? What is this divine eye? Let me tell you my experience. When I was 12, I started doing some meditation. I can't even call that as a meditation. It's like I was trying to play with the technique. A great master, Annamalai Swamigal, he is a disciple of Ramana Maharshi. At around the age of 10, he taught me, from where thoughts are coming, just start seeing. I should narrate that incident also. It's a small but nice incident. Once when I went to see him, he was talking to a group of seekers. And he was telling, I was taken by my parents to him. My parents are some relatives, they took me. Some elders. He was talking to them. We are not body. We are Atman. No suffering or pain touches us. When I heard that, I was surprised. How can it be? I came back to the house, I was thinking continuously. If my mother beats me, I feel the pain. In India, kids will be beaten. No 911. You can't call any 911. Kids will be nicely beaten. If you do any mischievous things, they will give you a nice blow. And they will have that stick also. They will blow nice. They will give you a nice blow. And I used to think, when my mother beats me, I have the pain. And especially in the village, they don't bother. In cities, it will be a little decent, but in villages, they will take a stick and you will have a good puja. How can this be true? He says, we don't suffer by pain. We don't suffer by suffering. Nothing touches us. I wanted to experiment. I went to the house and took a blade, knife, and cut my thigh to see whether I have pain or not. Not only I had pain, they took me to the hospital, they put all the stitches, and still now the mark is there, big mark. And again my mother gave me the puja, usual puja. You idiot, what are you doing? From where did you get that knife? And I had pain and suffering both. And I started thinking, what happened? This Swami taught us no suffering, no pain. Here I came and experimented on me. See, experimenting on others is easy. Arjuna is an intelligent guy. After understanding all these things, he started killing others. He never experimented on himself.
He never cut himself. That's very easy. But experimenting on yourself only needs intelligence, a little courage. And I had the pain, suffering both. After a few days, I told, please take me to that Swami. They took me to that Swami. I asked him, see, what have you taught me? You told that we will not have pain, we will not have suffering. I went and tested it on myself, and I am having pain. Then he told, did I tell you to go and cut yourself? Then he made a beautiful statement. My dear boy, don't worry. I know now you have pain or suffering. He made such a profound statement. Still now I can say that one single statement has transformed my life. He said, you may have pain and suffering now. Don't worry. This attitude of analyzing the truth, this attitude of searching the truth, this courage of experimenting the truth will liberate you from all pains. Go ahead. This courage to experiment with what you are hearing, this courage to play with these ideas, I promise you will be liberated. And he told me, just do one small thing. Start searching from where your thoughts are coming. I was a small boy, and moreover I was irritated that time. Now I understand what he said. To tell you honestly, now I understand. I have so much of gratitude for him. But that time I was irritated, and I thought he is somehow avoiding me. Because he is not able to give right answer, he was somehow avoiding me. And I was thinking one more thing, now I can remember very clearly. There was some sweet and fruits around him. The devotees brought. I thought he will give me that little bit and console me. My eyes were on that sweets and fruits. I was thinking, he will give me some 1 or 2 pieces and console me. At least I can eat that. To tell you honestly, I neither understood what he said, nor convinced about what he said. Anyhow, he is telling me, anyhow, the elder respect, and you can't fight much. So, only that mood was there. And he told me, just do one thing. What? When thoughts come, see from where they are coming. I heard, I said all right and came away. After a few days, somehow I thought, why not try? Playfully I used to sit and try. After 10 minutes I will feel bored and get up and go away. I used to playfully do the technique, very casually. Not thinking something or expecting something. I never had that idea that will give me any glimpse or that will give me some experience. Very casually I used to do. This happened when I was 10. Around 2 years I was playing with that technique. I don't even know it's a technique. I don't even know anything. All I know is, he told me if I start doing that, I will go beyond pain. I will not have any pain, any suffering. That much only I know. Because he told me you will not have any pain, suffering. And how to understand that, do this technique, you will understand. That's all. Nothing else I know. I have no idea of God, Brahman, Jnana, Atma, nothing. Nothing. I was just playing with this technique. One day, at foothills of Himalayas, foothills of Arunachala, my native place, Arunachala, one evening, I was sitting and trying to do the same, that from where the thoughts are coming. From where the thoughts are coming. It is evening. With closed eyes I am sitting. I was just seeing from where that I is raising. I don't know, I have fallen into such a deep meditation. Suddenly something opened.
something happened inside the being. I felt as if I am being pulled inside, sucked inside. And next moment, I felt it happened like a next. Next moment, I felt like some doors opened inside me. Suddenly I was able to see complete 360 degree of this side and complete 360 degree of this side. And I know it is very difficult to understand what I am saying. All you people know is only 120 degree vision, 120 degree vision. 120 degree you can see, that also not completely. If you have to see intensely, you will be able to see only 30 degree. 30 to 45 degree you will be able to see intensely. In a broad way, 120 degree. That's all. And that also if you have specs. This is the vision you know. And suddenly, I don't know how you will be able to understand. If you understand. Otherwise I can't do anything. Suddenly, for a single moment, in a single moment, I was able to see, and one more thing, I was sitting with closed eyes. I was able to see completely this side 360 degree and this side 360 degree. All four sides, the temple, the side, the temple behind me, and the hill in front of me, and the city in the side, complete 360 degree. And not only that, this 360 also, the sky, the hill, and the rock on which I am sitting, and behind the temple which was behind me, whole thing. Of course, very difficult to comprehend. How can it happen? Or how it happened? All I can say is, I promise again, it is truth, it happened, that's all. No other way I can explain intellectually. Simply the whole thing I was able to see.
Beautiful, powerful cognition, how Bhagavan experienced the 360 degrees and how his experience that everything is Paramashiva. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana for manifesting the power of levitation.
Levitation is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manaksikshine Shanadakshinasayo bhavet Asane shayane sthitva Niradharam vibhavayan Swadeham manasikshine Shanadakshinasayo bhavet.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, being situated on a comfortable seat or a bed, firmly cognize that your own body is without any support or the base from anywhere. It is resting on nothing. By holding this cognition, when the mind becomes worn away and thoughtlessness arise, then in the instant one becomes weightless and experience the space beyond the mind. Bhagavan beautifully says how he became the weightless and space beyond the mind, how the thoughtless happened when he went to the extreme of experimenting the truth on him, that pain is a lie. There is no such thing as pain. Pain does not touch the consciousness. In a minute, he just experienced something broke in him, and simply he experienced that he was possessed by something greater and the ultimate, that he can manifest as his reality. That 360 degrees vision simply was his reality at that point. Bhagavan beautifully says how he has experienced the 360 degrees vision as his own self under the rock, how he feels how you feel under your skin. He says you feel under the rock, under the mountain, under everything that exists. Even he could not eat any object because it was feeling like eating his own hands. To that extreme, he felt everything is part of him and there's nothing other than him. He simply experienced the Brahman. For 2.5 days, he was in ecstasy, in bliss, and completely in oneness with everything, in Suddha Advaita space of everything that exists as himself. And such a beautiful space that he experienced, that is possible for everyone. Bhagavan says that this experience of feeling the divine and feeling experience of the divine, that everything is you, exists in everybody. That is how the very nature we exist. But forgetting that, we put ourselves literally in a jail of all these patterns and suffocate ourselves. Letting go ourselves is the breaking open of the coconut and simply leaving the ego and start living the freedom, and without any bondage, just the freedom that Paramashiva is manifesting in you, in every part of you, in every way that is happening in life. He is the reason why everything is even happening, and he is the reason why everything is auspicious, and he is the reason how everything can even exist. Such a beautiful, powerful cognition. With that, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana is from Periya Purana, part 7. Sundarar. So God sent a white elephant to bring Sundarar back to Kailasha. While going to Kailasha, Sundarar sang song to express his gratitude. Sundaramurti Nayanar was an 8th century poet saint and was one of the most prominent Nayanars. He was born in the Thiruvaru village located in the arts side near Tamil Nadu. So, in his childhood, name was Nambi Yar. In significance to the note that both of his parents find the place among the 63 Nayanars. Sundarar, also known as affectionately as Thamare Thoran, and he was a contemporary of the Chola king Chairman Perumal and the Nayanars. Both of them also figure in the 63 Nayanars. Sundar traveled many places and rendered many padigams, songs, in the praise of Lord Shiva. At some places in the future, believed his rendering performed miracles. Both Sundarar and his contemporary king Chairman Perumal embarked on various pilgrimages together. However, when Sundarar reached the place, he became tired of life and requested Lord Shiva to take him back to his abode. It is said that Lord Shiva instructed the celestial god to bring him to Mount Kailash on the white elephant. The king followed him on the horse. This occurred on the Swati Nakshatra day in the Tamil month of Adi. How deeply all the places, all the details of the month, everything is noted to show that it all happened in the reality. The Atma Pramanas are the authorities of Hinduism, who are the rishis, Nayanamars, Siddhas, who have time tested and manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. And let's go to the Atma Pramana, Bhagavan's beautiful Leelas.
Paddhati ashram literally got off to a flying start, with Paramahamsa Nithyananda initiating participants into a powerful yogic technique for balancing samana, one of the 5 major energies circulating in our body.
The samana is a particular air process which is responsible for the air to move all over your body. From this point to this point to this point, the whole body. We have 21 points, 10 fingertips in the feet, 10 fingertips in the hand, and Sahasrara. In all these all 21 points, the air being flooded, this is called samana. That process is called samana. If that samana is balanced, is proper, whenever I give you this kind of one idea and ask you to sit with it, the extraordinary powers will start expressing in your body. Like a feeling very light, or feeling heavy, feeling expanded, or feeling shrunk. These are the four called anima, lahima, mahima, karima. In the Ashtama Siddhis, 8 Siddhis, these are 4. All of you are clear what I am saying? Anima, lahima, mahima, karima. These are the 4 important powers. First it will happen psychologically. Then it will become physical. See, you will feel little more than you are. First psychologically. Then even physically it will start happening. Physically, if you are levitated, you have a healed samana. If you are only psychological levitation, you don't have any wound in samana. But if you are neither psychological nor physical levitation happen, means your samana needs to be balanced now, needs to be healed. I will now put you through the simple process how the samana healing, samana balancing happens. But of course you will go through heavy process from tomorrow to balance samana permanently.
Already a Siddha
Manifesting the levitation of Shakshi Pramana, where levitating the Rudraksha from the palm as a group of 5 or individual. They are here levitating the coconut from the palm.
I am.
Beautifully, we saw the coconut raising itself from the palm. Now let's go to the instruction for manifesting.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science of levitation. Fundamentally, levitation on Earth requires an outward force that counters the massive gravitational force of the Earth. In physics, levitation of objects has been performed using magnetic forces, electrostatic forces, gas, etc. One of the known techniques uses materials called diamagnetic materials, which induces a magnetic field in a direction opposite to an externally applied magnetic field. This is an aspect of quantum mechanics whose effect occurs in all materials. The concept of diamagnetics has also been applied to small, water-containing biological systems like mice, which have been levitated at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Michio Kushi, born in 1926 in Japan, introduced macrobiotic diet to the West, was seen levitating in front of a group during one of his presentations by a participant, Keith Vernam. Keith Vernam reported what Mushi Kushi had to say about levitating. Levitation is very easy. It is a natural, simple process. You all can do it. The technique is to simple one's mind and clear consciousness. One must eliminate ego and self-absorption and the awareness of the small self. When the awareness of the personality is gone, along with the self-concern and limited beliefs, one can move with the natural laws of the universe. One can utilize the electromagnetic wave energy that moves between the earth and the sun, moon, planets, and all the heavenly bodies in the universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 194. The Science of Levitation. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam shares, levitation, Kundalini awakening, everything happens just through this great truth of entanglement, nothing else. When this entanglement happens, I just give my inner space to you, which is lighter than the outer space. See, there are three kinds of spaces. 1. Katakasha, your inner space. 2. Chitakasha, the space in which your body is sitting. And 3. Parakasha, the cosmic space. If your inner space is heavier than your outer space, you will be glued to the ground. All I do is I make your inner space lighter than the outer space by removing the mass. For those few seconds, you are in entanglement with my inner space, which is purest consciousness. The Katakasha compromises the entire human body, which in turn is made up of 50 trillion cells containing mostly water. 70% of the body is water. At a molecular level, all structures of the human body are composed of atoms and subatomic particles. At atomic and subatomic levels, all atoms are 99% space and 1% mass. However, the space is not empty, but contains energy in the form of strong interactions and electroweak forces. These vast, apparently empty, but energy-containing spaces constitute the Chitakasha, infusion of Kundalini energy into the apparently empty space within the atom. Chitakasha changes the electron orbital into a higher orbital, increasing the empty space of each atom. This creates a larger volume for the same mass, allowing the body to become relatively lighter than before, like the expansion of a helium-filled balloon. The more helium, the lighter, and it flies away. The Chitakasha is ultimately the same as Parakasha. The only dividing line between the form and formlessness is the Katakasha, the body boundary. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 202.
Setting up things for levitating the Rudraksha above your palm by 2 centimeters as a group of 5 or individual. Camera and timestamp Rudraksha and Jnana. Let's get it ready. Take few moments to set up your camera, download the timestamp, click on the video, ensure the timestamp is shown on the screen vividly and clearly. Make sure the camera is facing the Rudraksha. It's a bright place and showing you also. These are very special moments. Don't forget to manifest the powers. Guidelines to manifest the powers. Turn on the video recording, apply the Jnana on your third eye. And if you bring your awareness to your third eye, place the Rudraksha on your palm with a group of 5 people. The palm should be on resting flat on a surface. And you can do it with 5 people, or you can just do it with yourself individually. But do not touch the Rudraksha any point of time, or do not try to shake your hand or move your hand to Rudraksha to fall. It has to naturally lift above your hand, above your palm by 2 centimeters. If the Rudraksha through your third eye only, you have to make it levitate above your palm. If the Rudraksha is lifting off 2 centimeter above your palm, then you are manifesting. If you feel the heat and just feeling the vibration, the Rudraksha is moving side by side, excellent, you have started manifesting. Please start celebrating it. Simply, you will start seeing you're manifesting huge powers. Verify the video authentically, share the video with everybody with powerful cognition, with others, families, and friends. Listen to others' experience of manifesting these powers.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya, where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence. The Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is You do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, That is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength. now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivam. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for levitating the Rudraksha above your palm by 2 centimeter. No video editing, no stopping or starting during the process of the Shakti Avishkarna or manifestation. All the videos are verified with the timestamp. If the body is moving too much, settle down, please. Do not use any logical ways to move the Rudraksha on the palm or lift the Rudraksha by external ways. Make sure the surface is flat and no tilted when you're placing the palm on the palm and placing the object. The Rudraksha on the palm is flying in air for 2 centimeters above the palm, then you are fully levitating the Rudraksha. You should be able to move your hand, other hand, freely above and below to show there is no string attached. Authentically, not only the Rudraksha should move by itself 2 centimeters above and not try to vibrate it or use some hand tricks to show these powers. Thank you for manifesting these powers.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham